Hello again, everyone. How are you? How have you been? Good? Good. Welcome to another episode of A Face for Radio. I am your host, the only host, Andrew Latham. And my co-host...
I feel like I should be a host.
My co-host today is...
Garrett.
I'm very gassy.
Yeah.
It's very gross.
You are. It is really gross.
Sorry you guys had to hear that.
What's that box?
Where?
Under that paper.
Oh, it's my Fitbit.
Oh.
In a vain attempt to lose weight, I have a strap something to my wrist to tell me how inactive I am.
Let me tell you, dude. Fitness trackers.
Let's just say I can run a mile in under 30 seconds, if you know what I'm talking about.
Fitness trackers?
Uh-huh.
What a great scam.
Seriously, it really is.
I don't get it. Your heart rate? Okay, and?
I don't want to know my heart rate, because then I have to confront problems.
Yeah.
But,
ignorance is bliss.
Amen. So in this episode, you know what? Let's not get to the PSAs.
Okay.
Let's just go straight to you. So I have my twin brother Garrett.
Good idea. Straight to me.
I have my twin brother Garrett in. We are fraternal twins. I am 1 minute older, although I possess no traits of an older brother.
That's an adequate.
That's pretty accurate,
yeah,
right?
I'd say that's pretty accurate.
So I asked before what you guys had some questions for twins, because growing up we got a lot of stupid questions. For example.
Well, hold up.
Okay.
There's no such thing as stupid questions.
Just stupid people.
That's correct.
That's
just
okay.
Stupid people.
Good point. Which asks stupid questions.
And your age is not... that's not a good excuse. Like, if you're 7 and you ask this question, then you're stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that they'll grow...
But, it's okay to be stupid at 7.
That's true. It is okay.
It's okay to be stupid at 7.
Yeah. But it's not okay to be stupid.
I'm going to tell my 7-year-old kids that they're stupid.
Don't.
Okay.
If you want to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what to do.
That's true.
That's one thing we're going to get to today is what it's like to be a dad, what it's like to be a twin, and we did get some stupid questions. We also got some good questions.
A twin dad. Or whatever.
Let's see.
What's this for?
That's to charge my Fitbit.
Oh. Proprietary.
Yeah.
Why can't they just use micro USB like everyone else?
Because that way if you lose that, you have to buy another one.
Jerks.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Okay, here it is. So, Bill asked me a question. We're not going to get to that. Fat is an idiot, as usual. You and your bow ties.
Seriously.
Okay, so Brandon asks, how will we be able to tell you guys apart when you're talking? And I replied, that's a great stupid question.
Next.
Jones asked, do we have to make several?
Several what?
Podcasts.
Oh, yeah, we're making a couple. How about several?
Excuse me. Paulson, this is not a question, so I'm not going to answer that. Oh my gosh. That's actually not a question.
People in questions.
Thank you. I would love to get Dugan on the show. Maybe I should just send out emails to famous people and see if they'll do it.
Yeah, good idea.
Hey, Johnny, if you're listening to this, let's get Lindsay Sterling on the show.
Ugh.
So I can find out if I should hate her or not.
Yeah.
She's just, she's so ganky. She's so bright. Bubbly.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, the problem is when I say bright, people think I'm saying smart. No, I think she's just very... Well, when you're in entertainment industry, you kind of have to be that way, right? That's why everyone loves Jennifer Lawrence so much.
But
because
Keanu Reeves...
Yeah, but he's the one. He can do whatever he wants.
That's true.
He's John Wick.
That's true.
He's Bill or Ted.
One of the two. I think he's Bill.
Really?
No.
Look it up.
I don't know. Okay, I'll look it up.
Brandon asked us... Oh,
Brandon, which one?
Hold on.
The same Brandon?
Brandon Allen, who I just call Allen.
Uh-huh.
I would call him Allen. So Brandon is the cyborg with the machine on his hip that keeps him alive.
Uh-huh.
So Bill asked, how about rangers killing a baby bison so they could use it as a propaganda to be forced away from wildlife?
Next.
I would love to kill a baby bison. I bet they taste great.
They're delicious.
I bet they're delicious too. Which would you rather...
We have enough bison.
Which would you rather punch in the face?
We did fine without bison for a century.
Seriously.
We did just fine.
That's another business we should have gotten into. Bison farming. Or...
bison farming?
Herding. What is it called when you raise...
Husbandry?
Husbandry? Is that...
I don't know.
Midwifery? But, buffalo is all up in the... hizzy.
It's so good for you. It's so lean.
I like to screw with my customers when they want a buffalo burger. they'll go, oh, I can taste the difference.
He was Ted.
He was Ted.
Not Bill.
Okay.
I feel like he's a Bill, though.
I feel like he's a Ted.
Yeah?
When he's not being the one. Or killing people because they killed his dog and stole his car.
Yeah.
But, okay, so Brandon, we'll call him Cyborg Brandon. Cyborg Brandon, we'll call him Cyborg. What's the name of a cyborg?
I don't know. Just Cyborg.
Cyborg, okay.
I like that.
So Cyborg asks, what are your opinions of Tesla Motors? Cool cars or coolest cars?
Coolest cars.
Coolest cars,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah.
If I was rich, I would buy a Tesla.
You know what I like about Tesla is it's not about saving the environment.
Yeah.
It's about having an awesome
It's about being
car.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know what else I like? No oil changes.
Yeah.
I don't have to buy gas.
No maintenance.
Yeah.
Little to no maintenance.
Well, you got to rotate tires.
Okay, but there's no fluids to change.
Yeah.
Or flush.
Well, you got.
I don't know what the difference is.
There would be just a wiper
battery fluid.
Battery fluid?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Battery fluid?
I know there's no such thing, stupid.
Do you know now because I'm making fun of you for it?
No, because I've always known.
Okay. But yeah, I like that too.
No hoses or belts.
If Tesla went the environmental route, I wouldn't be as happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Yeah. Coolest cars.
Yeah.
Coolest cars.
And then, so Grant actually had some normal
Thanks,
questions.
Grant.
Grant's the kind of guy that does that.
Just kidding. We don't care, Grant.
Excuse me. So Grant asks, or this is what he says. Again, he doesn't ask a question. He just says what he wants to hear. But we'll forgive that. I want to hear Garrett's thoughts about being a new dad, how to be a good husband. You don't know how to do that. What law school is like, weird things about Oregon, and things he does to augment his manliness and say that doesn't allow him to pump his own gas.
Okay.
That last one's good.
Yes.
But let's just start. Being a new dad.
In the order.
Okay. My first question is...
All right.
Catherine's pregnant, right?
Okay.
For 9 months.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit more, because he was a little late.
He was late.
Did it hit you at all that your life would change?
Nope.
Okay, so
babies are so easy to take care of when they're in the womb.
That's because you don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
Okay, so James is born.
That's correct. He was.
Okay, was there a difference between him being at the hospital and then you guys being home together, in the sense of your?
Oh yes, there was a nurse. There was a professional
who knew what they were doing.
And if you were too tired, they'd usually change the baby.
Oh, okay. So you didn't.
I can't remember. I changed his first poopy diaper, and he was pooping as I took the diaper off him. I saw the poop coming out of him. It was the meconium, I think they call it. It's like the baby's first poop.
Oh, really?
It's
There's
black.
a word for it.
Yeah, it's like black and tarry.
Huh. So they don't... Do they poop inside the womb? I
don't know. The waste goes out the umbilical cord. So they pee in the amniotic fluid, and then they like... I don't want to say they drink it, but like it goes back to their system.
Really?
Yeah. But it's like all good.
It's okay.
It's like, imagine if you drank Fiji water your entire life and then just drank your piss. But you drank a lot of Fiji water.
Okay, so it's diluted pee.
Yeah.
I see.
Something like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so James comes home. By the way, everyone, James is hands down the cutest kid I've ever seen.
He's the cutest.
Because I see a lot of kids that are not that cute, but James is cute.
He's cute.
And he's not just cute in pictures, he's cute just all the time.
Yeah, he claps.
Even when he cries, he's cute.
So cute.
He's adorable.
I'm getting a tear in my eye.
Yeah. Okay, so you bring him home. How big of a shock is it that now you don't get to just do whatever you want? That there's now... Okay, so you went from... I'm still like single.
Friday...
Hold on. I'm still single. So I imagine when you went from single to married, things changed. Yeah. In the sense that you couldn't just be like, I'm going to go drive to Maverick and get something. Because now you have to tell her or say, do we have money to do that?
Yeah.
Like, if I want to buy a gun, I just go buy a gun.
Right.
Right? You couldn't do that anymore.
No.
Okay. But you've been married for how long?
4 years next month.
Okay. So you were married for about 3 years.
Yes.
Before.
Yes, exactly 3 years.
Yeah, so, okay, so because he was born a week after your anniversary.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Correct.
So 2 years and a bit in, and Catherine gets pregnant.
Yes.
Okay, so now you've got this next life change where James comes home. How was that?
It was hard.
Talk to me.
So my amazing mother-in-law Amy spent 2.5 weeks with us, and she was a godsend. She was like, as soon as he cried, Catherine was just like, "Well, he's crying. What do we do?" He said, well, that's what babies do. They cry. And I knew that. But it's different when it's your baby.
Was he much of a crier? Did he cry a lot?
No, but he cried more than I wanted him to. And it was like, he'd wake up at night crying because he was hungry because his little stomach doesn't hold much.
Right. So when did you get used to the idea that I'm a father?
I mean, I remember 4 or 5 months in, Catherine and I would still look at each other and be like, I can't believe we have a kid. Like some nights we just expect him to go home to his parents. And then we'll see him again the next morning or something. But now that he's here, like, it's stuck. And now he, like, will transfer from Catherine and I. Yeah. Like, as we're holding him, he'll look at me or he'll look at Catherine and he'll want to go to that person. So it's different.
Do you feel like an adult?
No. No. We still hang out, like, so we would hang out, with our friends, really late Friday, Saturday nights. Yeah. And we still sometimes do that with James. We just put him to bed at the other person's house or whatever. Right. Yeah. No.
Do you remember being a kid and you look at adults and you think these people have it together? They know exactly everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get to be that and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
No, they don't have it together.
I wonder if mom and dad ever still feel that way.
No, they have it together.
Well, I know they do, but do you think that they ever think like, okay, cause so like, we'll probably still be calling mom and dad well into our, 40s.
Yeah.
And asking them advice, what would they do and things like this.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think that if their parents were alive, do you think they'd be doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've been there.
That's true. Experience.
They've done that.
Yeah. How do you like my knives?
I like them. I like flipping them open.
That Browning knife I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pricks at the White Mountain Trading Post, once sold it for $70. I saw them online for like $25. Now, of course, I gave them wooden nickels, so it didn't cost me anything.
Yeah.
But it is a cool knife.
Yeah. I like... Yeah.
Flipping them open is kind of
It's
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
I wish I would have had a switchblade, though.
Switchblades are legal in Utah.
That'd be fun.
But they're like $300.
I feel like I could make one.
You probably could.
I couldn't, actually.
Just watch the Man at Arms video on
how to make a switchblade.
Assassin's Creed. His wrist stabby thing.
His wrist stabber.
Okay, next question. How to be a good husband. Now here's the thing.
Next. I'm kidding. I'm a great husband.
You are an awful, disgusting, worthless pile of human trash of a person.
Mm-hmm.
You look like a dog's butthole grew a body.
Would that just not be a dog?
Yeah. You look like the wrong end of a dog. Yet you married a wonderful, beautiful woman.
I did. She is.
How did you manage to pull that off?
Tricked her. I told her I was going to be rich. And then I went to law school.
Do you think... I probably shouldn't ask that. Never mind.
Being a good husband is about being patient. It's about always apologizing first, no matter what.
Really?
If you say, don't unplug that, that will sink the ship, and they unplug it. You say, I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
Oh, I see.
You find some way to make yourself wrong. Which in the eyes of a woman is not difficult.
No, it's true. Now, because Garrett and I...
But Catherine's always right. And I'm not just saying this. I've told her many times, like, Catherine, I'm tired of being wrong.
Yeah.
Because she's right.
Is she really, though?
She, like, 99% of the time.
Do you think she's going to listen to this?
No.
Okay. Well, you could be honest.
I am being honest.
Okay. All right.
She's, like, right 99% of the time.
Okay, because so you and I, especially growing up, had this tendency of just not... Catherine would use the word shutting down.
Yes.
You and I use the terms of, I don't want to effing argue anymore, so I will take the blame.
They dissolved.
Yeah, I will take the blame, whatever. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Now, if there was conflict.
Yeah, like being a scapegoat.
Yeah, well, or being a scapegoat, or in the sense of like,
a sacrificial pigeon.
Yeah.
Or dove.
But it wasn't out of like, it was the attitude of, I'm so sick and tired of hearing this. If I can quote unquote sacrifice myself now.
Well, it's all about utility maximization.
Yeah, exactly. You're maximizing your utility, right?
Yes.
Now, Catherine's not that way. Is that correct?
No.
In the sense that you can't really do that. You can't just be like, okay, fine, you're right. Can we move on?
I've tried it.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because it's not about who's right. It's about like what's behind it.
Yeah, it's not the destination, it's the journey.
It's the journey.
Yeah.
Correct. It's the journey.
Are all women like that, or is it just okay?
And if they tell you otherwise, they're lying. Don't ever.
I need to get women on the show.
Don't ever believe. Yeah, you do. Get some females.
How do you get them? You know what? I'll pull up.
That. There are some people that have commented.
I pull up in my MRU, and
what's an MRU?
My mobile rape unit. I said that to Richard one night, and he started dying laughing. Oh, Richard would be a great guest too.
Richard would be.
Anyways,
I could take them. Like I'll be down there with Richard.
Yeah, so how does that do me?
Like I don't know. Like I could be like, dude, I could be a face for radio abroad in Vegas.
Oh, we could have a channel, and you could be channel number 2. Ooh. Dude, you should start a podcast.
I don't know if it's a channel though. Is it a channel?
We can make it one.
Yeah, but if it was a channel, it wouldn't be channel number 2, right?
No, it would be under the umbrella of my channel.
Okay, so it'd be sub channel 2.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
What are we talking about? Women
on the podcast.
Yeah, okay, so how to be a good husband. So, I feel like Catherine would probably say you're a good husband.
I feel like she would.
And she wouldn't be lying.
Yeah.
So, let's say one of your friends
gets
married.
Though I will tell you this, husbands that are worse than me, which is all of you, you gotta keep pampering them. Keep pampering them.
You gotta...
I used to open the door for her all the time.
Do you not do that anymore?
Oh, ever since we had James, I just don't think about it. It's annoying.
But do you think she noticed or cares?
Yes.
Oh.
And just like write them little notes, like on the mirror or like.
See, that's so much easier to me
stuff
than opening the door, because I just want to go.
Well, like when you don't have a baby in your arms, then it's easy.
Yeah, that's true.
But whatever.
Okay, let's say I'm going to get married someday.
Okay.
What advice would you give me?
Be patient.
Okay.
Like,
it says in my PB.
Especially like if your wife or spouse, husband, whatever, decides to not have a career.
Yeah.
They make their career raising children. It's so easy to not do anything when you're at home all day.
Yeah.
Because for a while, Catherine was working, and I was at home.
Yeah.
Well, I was at school.
Right.
But then there'd be a day, like, when she'd go to work all day, and I'd be at home, and she'd come home, and I got nothing done. I didn't wash the dishes or put the dishes away. I didn't vacuum. I didn't do the laundry. I didn't do anything. And it was easy. It was so easy not to do that. So if you have a spouse that it makes... homemaking their career or child rearing, then don't be surprised when nothing gets done, because it's real easy to not do anything.
Good point. That reminds me, so in my mood swings, I've decided to...
You have mood swings?
Well, every 7 months I get lonely for 14 hours, and during this time I make rash decisions.
What time? We have to leave in like half an hour.
Yeah, so we'll keep talking.
All right.
Jackass.
Sorry,
Mom. She didn't. By the way, my mom did not raise me to speak like this.
She did not.
My dad did, though. President Lee.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, but before I would be on like Tinder, or I'd look at like Match.com or whatever, and women always want a guy that's, they say, goal oriented, or they like to accomplish things. I've never understood that. What does that mean?
I don't know. Like, I accomplish stuff.
Goal oriented.
I don't understand what that means.
My goal is to
live goodly.
Take your clothes off. We won't get into. I'll have to talk to a woman. I should talk to a woman about that, not you.
Definitely.
Catherine didn't want to come on the show.
Yeah. Well, she might later.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Oh, during the summer when she got nothing else to do.
Ooh.
I could probably get her on the show.
Maybe.
Because you and I we're deep. We have layers. You know what I'm saying?
We're like onions.
Yeah. The further down it goes, the more it stinks. Makes you want to cry.
I don't think that's how onions work.
You might be right. They said it in Shrek, though. Shrek said he's like an onion.
Yeah, but I don't think the middle layer of the onion.
What I'm saying is
the most.
We're complicated individuals.
Onion smelling.
Most people are pretty one-dimensional, I feel.
All people, especially.
Yeah. Okay, so be patient.
Be patient.
And then what was the other one? Keep the romance alive, or keep it alive?
Keep pamper.
Keep pamper.
Because then they'll pamper you.
Like what? Like not nag you?
Oh, there's other pampers. Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
Nudge, nudge.
Okay, what's the next one? What law school is like? Let's hear about that. Especially because you're...
Law school at the University of Oregon
You're conservative and you go to a very liberal law school.
Anyone from the university listening or finds out about this, all is well.
Now, you have a friend there, though, named Jeff.
Yes, and Jeff has not had the same
And he's
experience.
talked about some things, right?
Yes.
What has Jeff told you?
Absolutely no diversity at the law school.
But do they tout diversity?
They believe that ethnic diversity and gender diversity, whatever gender means now, is important. But there's no ideological or intellectual diversity whatsoever. Right. None.
I think that's real diversity, too.
That is. It's absolutely. Yeah. That's if you have a room full of 100 white males and you have Marxists and free market people and socialists and communists and libertarians and conservatives and progressives and atheists and agnostics and Christians and Muslims and Hindus, as opposed to a room of 25 black females, 25 Asian females, 25 Latino females, 25 Middle Eastern females, and they all think the same thing.
Yeah. That's not really diverse.
Which one is more diverse? Yeah. The first one, because that's what I said.
That's what diversity is.
That's what diversity is.
Yeah. Well, okay, so what, like law school, like
there you have to read a lot. So you learn about the law depending on the kind of law through cases. You read a case, and then the judges kind of explain the law and all that jazz. And all the cases are always horrible. It's always the worst injustices on the planet for the most part, like 95% of the time. And so, like, you just go through law school thinking that the system is quote unquote broken, but then you realize that these are the most extreme examples of cases because 95% of all problems are resolved before going to court. The ones that, of the 5% that do go to court, very few of those are ever appealed.
And you were telling me the appeals process
depends on the state.
It's very different, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the state. So, just you have to read a lot. You have to, and there's some social strategery that I've epically failed at.
What is explained?
So you don't want to,
or what Jeff said.
You don't want to I've never done anything wrong, but Jeff, dude. You don't want to oust yourself as something that the majority of the law students don't like.
So, because Jeff is a conservative,
yes,
and everyone else is pretty liberal,
yes,
and so Jeff made the mistake of coming out as a conservative,
yeah, and just saying things that go against the grain, because a lot of people don't. You've made that first impression.
I say, but if I was talking to Jeff, I'd say, screw them. You got to stand up for what's right. Well,
yeah, but you know what Jeff would say?
And your convictions.
Jeff would say that you have to get a job first.
And then you can do it.
And then you can do that.
Yeah, but
and your peers could possibly influence...
Really?
Yes. That's what they say, at least.
So if I were to go to law school, I should probably work on my...
Everything. You should work on everything.
I have a tendency to be honest, which I've made a point in life.
Well, and I think, being Jeff thinks that open-mindedness is truly being open-minded. It's not this idea of just being opposed to whatever the status quo is.
Right.
It's not stopping people from talking. It's listening to what they have to say, finding out why they think that way, and then saying,
I disagree.
Interesting.
I agree. Yeah.
I oppose for these reasons, or I agree with you for these reasons.
Right.
But we've come to a greater understanding.
That's
what really being open-minded is.
Well, yeah, and if I were to talk to Jeff, this is what I would say.
Jeff is open-minded.
Because...
Not fake open-minded.
I know you told me about Jeff, but Jeff, like me, went to a very liberal high school.
Yep, Jeff did.
Where this lie of open-mindedness was taught, in the sense that being open-minded is, like you said, being against the status quo.
Yeah.
Right? And then I was also lied to, probably like Jeff was, in the sense that, you remember when you're in third grade, and you act up, and your teacher goes, "This isn't second grade anymore. You're in the third grade. You can't act like this." And then you get into middle school, and they say they're going to put up with this crap in high school, and you get into high school, and they say the college is going to be way different. Turns out college isn't that much different from high school. And then you
can wear hats to class, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember that.
I remember when I had
That's
hair.
what I was most excited about, was I got to wear a hat to class.
Before I shaved my head in the fall of 2010, I would wear a hat to class.
I never did my hair.
We didn't have any hair to do.
Well, no, that's not true. I had some hair.
We had a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't know what to do with it.
When did you shave your head?
Winter of 2011.
Oh, okay.
You were the trendsetter.
Dan was the trendsetter.
Yeah. What up, Dan?
Sup, Dan? I don't think Dan listens to this.
Probably not.
But he should.
He should.
Yeah, I think he'd like it.
Yeah.
Dan would be a great guest, too.
He would.
Part of being
smart.
Yeah, not only that,
Dan is so smart.
But if you listen to good pod, it's all about being 100% open and honest.
It's true.
And Dan is very much
much that way.
What were we talking about?
What's next?
Oh, yeah. So then they say, in college, they say, hey, in the real world, in your job, they're not going to put up with this. And it turns out that they will.
Yeah.
So we were lied to. I spent my whole life trying to be an adult. Turns out all the people around me are fucking children.
Yep. Preach.
Yeah, okay.
I'm tired.
What about... Why? We haven't done anything.
I know.
Maybe that's why we're tired.
Yeah.
You were up early.
I was. Well, yeah, I just sleep on a couch.
You're welcome. Where were you? Where else were you going to sleep?
I don't know.
Your bed up in PO was a lot nicer than mine.
Yeah, it is. It's such a nice bed.
This bed is garbage.
Yeah.
That's why I don't sleep well.
Oh, okay.
And my night terrors. And my daydreams. I'm not sorry, no, daymares.
Daymares?
Yeah, they're nightmares that happen in the day. Okay, and then it says, and things he does to augment his manliness in a state that doesn't allow him to pump his own gas.
I pump my own gas. I break their necks.
What's the punishment for pumping your own gas?
You get a fine, and I think it's pretty well enforced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was filling up my car before I left for Utah, and I sat at Costco for probably a grand total of 4 minutes, waiting for someone to pump my gas, take the hose out of the vehicle,
and then bring back your receipt or
and
whatever.
then
That's so retarded.
It is. It's under the guise of job creation for jobs that we don't need.
Yeah. It's inefficiency.
It's inefficient.
That's why
stupid.
I was listening to the Ben Shapiro show, and he was talking about tariffs. You know, and for those of you that don't know what a tariff is a tax imposed on the local government on imported goods, so to keep competition out. Yes. So, for example, do you remember?
There's a sugar tariff, isn't there?
There's
sugar?
Probably. There's a lot of tariffs, but well, so for example, Japan has a tariff
on rice.
Well, on rice, but they had one on I think it was daikon, or it was gobo or something. But it was 4,000%, because that's the tariff they had to have, so people would buy Japanese daikon or whatever instead of Chinese or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, some people might support tariffs, saying that it protects jobs.
They don't need to be protected.
Well, if they need to be protected, they need to be gone away with, and they need to get different jobs.
Yeah, that's a better way to phrase it.
Okay, so for example, let's say that there's Hillary Clinton talked about that evil lying whore witch, harpy demon whore. She said that she was going to get rid of coal miners, right? Or she can get rid of the coal industry or whatever. Okay, so let's just say that there was, to protect coal miners, the next president puts on a coal tariff. We're not able to import any coal. So now everyone in America is paying a tax to keep coal miners in business.
Yeah.
Now spread over 350. Well, actually, not everyone pays taxes. So spread over the taxpayer basis, it's not a big deal. But
put her dats up.
Well, not only that, but it's the principle of the thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so are there some domestic businesses that should be protected?
No.
I don't think so. But here's what I say. Okay, let's say, through the process of creative destruction, quit cutting my stuff.
I didn't cut it.
I'm going to cut you.
I wanted to cut it.
Well, knock it off.
But I didn't.
Through creative destruction, jobs are lost, right? I would support a program that gives people new training.
Yeah.
I would find that.
Sure.
But how do we get on this?
Can't remember.
Tariffs?
Tariffs.
How do we what? From tariffs.
You said you're listening to the Ben Shapiro show.
Yeah.
Law school.
Oh, job creation. Job protectionism.
Pumping gas in Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else is funny is in Oregon is weed is marijuana is now recreationally legal, but you need a prescription from your doctor to buy Sudafed, because Sudafed can be used in the production of methamphetamine.
So I need a doctor's note to buy Sudafed, but I don't need a doctor's note to purchase marijuana.
Yes. I mean, and I get the arguments for both sides. I get it, but
I get it too. But it's just.
But there's allergies are so big, at least in Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah.
That Sudafed is just let people buy Sudafed. Stop it.
Well, yeah, and I mean, so
you can so
you can do bad things with marijuana.
But here's the thing: with Andrew and I were talking about this. Oregon, people think of Oregon, they think of Portland or Eugene.
Yeah.
And they forget about the rest of Oregon,
which is pretty conservative.
Which, yes, if you get east of the Cascades, for the most part, it's very blue collar, intelligent people.
Yeah.
And then you get to Eugene, you get a lot of weirdos. University of Oregon is there, full of weirdos, except for the law school. Jeff might say something different.
Jeff would. That sounds
he
like
might disagree.
Jeff.
But
he's such Portland, an ugly fat.
But it's just, yeah. Oregon.
I wish we had time to talk
about... But you know what? Sales tax. Not paying sales tax is nice.
That's got to be nice.
Though I support sales tax. I think that's
I think sales tax is one of the fair taxes.
I think it's an efficient way to tax.
Yeah.
To raise revenue.
Yeah, because it's the more you buy, the more
consumption.
You pay. What do you feel about...
Let's not make this political.
Why?
I don't know. I'm tired of politics.
So we have a couple more minutes, but I don't think we would have enough time to talk about being a man. Which is something that I thought about a lot lately. Not because I'm having thoughts of whether I'm not a man or not. Because I'm not. But...
Because you're not a man? Is that what you just said?
No, I am a man. I said I wasn't having second thoughts or whatever. But with this whole transgender thing, it's turned upside down, right? Because you can just say I'm a woman or I'm a man. But in the way we were raised and in our religion... being a man and being a woman means something.
It's different.
Yeah. But then I was thinking about like, okay, what does it mean to be a man?
Yeah.
The title of man. Who could you call a man? Who could you not call a man?
Yeah.
So nowadays,
well, you have to have a penis.
Well, yeah, of course,
and testicles.
Right. But so okay, not biologically a man, but in the social sense of the difference between a man and a boy, right?
Oh,
that's kind of what I wanted to think about because I was.
Men control their emotions.
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking about...
Don't raise their voices in public.
I was listening to someone, I can't remember, but today's modern society idea of a man is someone who's like tall. I mean, you can't be short and be a man.
Yeah.
Jacked.
Tom Cruise is short.
Yeah, well, that's something.
He's manly.
Have you ever heard of Audie Murphy?
No.
In World War I, he was 5 foot. I think he was either 5 foot or 5'2", weighed maybe 110 pounds.
Uh-huh.
Took a pistol and captured 19 German soldiers.
That's pretty sweet.
Won the Medal of Honor.
Men are brave.
Now, I do need to say real quick that before World War II, the Medal of Honor was given out kind of willy-nilly. It was changed, but okay, that's so good. Continue. Men are brave.
Men are brave. They're selfless. Rock, flag, and eagle.
Rock, flag, and eagle. Now, in one of my Sunday school classes, one of the
men
teachers...
can grow facial hair. If you can't grow facial hair, I don't know if I can consider you a man.
That's true. They're bald.
You could be an honorary man, but I don't know if I could consider you a man.
Thank you for interrupting me. But in a Sunday school class a while back, one of the teachers asked, what would you want to tell your sons, I think. Some question like that. And so I started to think about truly masculine and truly feminine qualities. It's kind of hard because all those traits that you put out...
Those are also very feminine.
Yeah, they're traits that you want your daughter to have, is it not? So that's what I was thinking about. Like, what is it? There is a difference between you and Catherine. Catherine is more emotional, but that's not bad.
No,
right?
That's good.
Yeah, because you are a soulless cyborg robot.
What's your deal with cyborgs?
Which is more human, an android or a cyborg?
Android.
Really?
Oh, for sure. I don't know why, but it is.
What's the difference between a cyborg
I feel like an android the base was human, and then you added parts, and I feel like...
No, that's a cyborg.
No. And I feel like a cyborg is like a machine, and then you try
like a Terminator.
You tried.
So is Terminator an android or a cyborg?
I think it doesn't matter.
Garrett, this is an important question.
Terminator is definitely a cyborg.
He's a cyborg?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Barry from Archer? You've never seen Archer?
No.
Okay. All right, we won't get into that.
That's a good ponder question. You should pose that to our readers.
What does it mean to be a man? What is it between a man and a woman?
Or what does it mean to be masculine? What does it mean to be feminine? What does it mean to be a woman? Well, because, and what does it mean to be a man?
And I think,
or is there a difference?
Well, and the other thing that comes up that I think about this is because,
and if there is, what is the difference?
Yeah, because with the rise of Donald Trump, this bullcrap word alpha male keeps coming out. And by the way, I hate that word alpha male because to me,
I think it's used in the context of gorillas.
Well, yeah, but I'm not an effing gorilla. I'm a human.
Yeah.
How many bridges have gorillas made?
0.
Exactly. So
their thumbs are too far.
So with the rise of Donald Trump, this idea of a male being someone who's quote unquote strong, and things like that, like.
But you know what? It might be easier to define what a male isn't.
That's good. That's actually a good point.
You don't. Appearance is secondary.
Yeah.
Like if you're putting on makeup, pressing your shirts all the time, like looking nice is important.
Yeah.
But
if you're goal number one,
if you're tweezing your eyebrows all the time,
yeah,
and
good idea, good
spending a ton of money on shoes and pants, then knock it off.
Yeah,
that's not manly.
Yeah. For some reason, in my YouTube suggested list, this alpha male channel will come up. And it's like 5 ways to wear a polo shirt.
There's one way.
Yeah, put it on, jackass.
With the buttons in front.
Yes. And the collar down.
Yes.
Oh, I want to kill someone now.
Yes.
But we'll have to get to that in another episode, but that was a good idea. I know some feminists that I think one of them, let's just say one of them thinks I own a telescope. And I think getting them on the show and having an honest, open discussion on what it means to be a woman and what it means to be a man would be really good.
Yeah.
And I tell them to get the hell out of my house.
Yeah, I'd say. I don't know what I'd say.
I could say a bunch of sexist things.
I'm tired.
Well, we got to leave in a couple minutes, but just chill.
All right.
God, we got 10 minutes. I want to give these people a freaking decent free podcast that none of them are doing anything for.
Podcasts.
So?
How many is this? 37.
We'll go till 4:40.
We'll go to 40.
Yeah.
We'll go to 40 minutes.
So what should we talk about for another 7 minutes?
Oh.
Why is that up? And why won't it close?
I feel like there were a lot of things bothering me when I was driving to Utah.
That makes sense. I'm very angry when I drive.
Most things bother me all the time. I'm probably bothered right now. I am hungry.
How about words we hate?
Words, creamery.
Ugh.
I can't stand
What
that
is
word.
A creamery?
I don't know, but...
is that a Utah thing, or is that other
I don't know, but I don't like the word.
I don't like it either.
Creamery. Ugh. I'm already mad.
What about...
I know moist gets a lot of people's...
moist doesn't bother me.
I don't...
Creamy bothers me.
Creamy?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, cream. Maybe cream bothers me. I don't know.
I had a weird word.
The cream of the crop. The cream will rise.
Yeah, the Macho Man. Dude, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
He was a man, for sure.
Freak, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
I wonder if I have anything written down.
I
don't need to... I can delete that. We already talked about that.
I got nothing. This is weird.
We gotta do something.
I feel like we usually have stuff.
What happened? What else are we pissed off on Rage Fest?
Olives. We don't need them. We don't need them on pizza. We don't need them on Mexican food.
I went to the...
No more olives.
I went to the Whole Foods in Sedona. They had an entire olive bar.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it was expensive.
You don't need...
What are people using olives for?
Yeah. Oh, they've got so many nutrients.
Take a fucking vitamin.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I know what pisses me off. Every time I watch like a cooking show and they say like, oh, here's turmeric. This is good for you because it has these properties. How much effing turmeric do I need to have to benefit from any of those, you know?
Yeah. I'll let Big Pharma do it. Good. Go. Good.
Take a Flintstones vitamin.
Yeah, or don't.
Or eat a box of Cheerios.
Who cares?
Not a box, a bowl.
Or a box.
You live in the United States of America. You get enough nutrition.
And even if you don't, your body deals with it pretty well.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people living that should not be alive, according to the Food Network.
That's true. But I hate that. I hate that freaking, like, I mean, and I get this too because I work with MLMs a lot. Yeah. But this, like, I want to swear real bad.
Or this, this notion of it's either good for you or it's poison.
Oh, processed. I hate that word, processed.
Yeah.
I read, so the other thing I hate is the World Health Organization, because in one headline I read, they said that eating fruits and vegetables gives you a raise in cancer. And then it said eating processed meats, which they defined as cured meats, cured or smoked, they said increases your rates of cancer. You know what increases your rates of cancer? Living.
Every beat your heart.
Every heartbeat?
Every heartbeat. Yeah, that's a better one.
Isn't there a song by
Every
that?
heartbeat. No, maybe.
Can't you see? Dude, it's that bass line by Sting.
I don't know.
I'll be watching you.
Yeah, but...
Every breath you take, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, I don't think the heartbeat's in there, though.
No.
Heartbeat. Meow.
Anyways...
that's an increase in cancer, probably.
Yeah, okay, well, so...
It's fine. We're all going to die.
Whenever I hear someone say, and you shouldn't eat processed foods, I want to know what they mean by processed.
Yeah.
Because if they're saying frozen foods...
And why not?
Yeah.
Maybe I would... maybe I don't want to live till 80 or 70 or whatever.
Why would you want to live that long?
Yeah.
You know what else pisses me off? People who get mad at you or think that you're dumb because you don't want to live forever.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's so tiring. Living forever? All your friends are going to die. Who are you going to hang out with?
Yeah.
Make new friends?
Yeah, your kids don't want to spend time.
God, I don't want to make more friends.
It's impossible when you're that old.
I'm 28. I got enough friends.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. Now I'm pissed. We don't have enough time. I hate it when people say their activities they like to do are meet new people.
Yeah, I don't like meeting new people.
What I hear,
stressful.
When I hear someone say, it's usually a girl, but when I hear someone say, I like to meet new people, this is what I hear. I am a crappy friend, and I am incapable of keeping the friends I have at the moment.
I feel like women in general and people that like meeting new people, they have a very positive outlook on life. You and I are very cynical.
No, we're realistic.
Well, but we're also cynical.
Okay, that's fine. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
You need people like that.
I didn't say anything was wrong with it.
Here's another thing I'm pissed off about. When people say complaining is bad. Complaining is probably one of the greatest things you could ever do. Do you know why we have the combustible internal combustion engine? Because some guy was, you know what? F this horse. I'm so sick and tired of it farting in my throat. And someone goes, don't complain, you know. And he goes, you know what? F you. I'm going to build something better. And they invented the internal combustion engine. You know, have you heard of Elon?
And then you know what Elon Musk did?
Yeah, the Hyperloop.
Yeah, he said, you know what? I'm tired of oil changes.
Oh, yeah. That.
And the Saudis taking all our money.
But have you heard of the Hyperloop?
Yeah.
Do you know why he's doing that?
Because he's pissed?
No, yeah, because he was sick and tired of riding his private jet from L.A. to San Francisco. That's what pissed him off. And he's like, we can do better. Complaining is great. And people who... I know a woman who, let's just say her name rhymes with Belly Banson. And she has, let's say her hair makes her look like Daniel Boone. Or a Japanese food that rhymes with Baki Boba. But anyways, this girl is the most positive woman I've ever met in my life. That is not good. Because when your kid is... Let's say your kid's had a bad day and you just tell them...
It's like that movie Inside Out. You gotta be sad sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I took a girl on a date for that. I thought it would be funny. I looked over and she was like bawling her eyes out.
When Bing Bong died, that was kind of sad though.
No.
It was a little.
No.
Yeah.
I don't understand...
He was gone.
I heard, but you know what? I don't know what if maybe this was just Provo because this place is filled with huge pusses, but a lot of guys cried in that movie too. You're allowed to cry at Band of Brothers. You might be allowed to cry in. No?
No. I don't know. Why?
Have you seen Band of Brothers?
Yeah. What's there to cry about?
Fury was kind of sad at the end.
A little. It was pretty sweet the way they went out.
It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Men are allowed to cry when Taco Bell is closed and
the flag is taken down.
Yeah. When people mistreat the flag.
Yeah.
I was at the Grand Canyon and some gooks were let the flag touch the ground. I almost...
Why were they handling the flag?
Because they're stupid. Why does anyone do anything?
It's true.
How'd you get in the remember that episode of Sunny when Frank's in the coil? And Charlie asks him, and he goes, "I don't know. How does anything happen? Or why does anything do?" I can't speak, but I guess we're done.
Yep.
We got to get up and see that guy. So I got to take you home.
Yep.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone. We might do this more often. I think
depends on how you people react.
Nobody's going to react.
Listen to it.
I have
when I say react, I mean listen to it.
Yeah, but they don't ever say if they listen to it or not.
Yeah, I know.
They're very apathetic, and I'm pissed off at all of you that aren't active on the Facebook page or YouTube. But I mean, you're busy. I understand. So, but thanks for listening.
We love you.
Yeah,
I don't care about you, but
see you in hell.
Just kidding.
No, seriously.
No, but seriously,
this has been A Face for Radio with Andrew Latham and your co-host
Garrett Latham.
Have a good day, everyone. And
we were just kidding about earlier.
Wubba lubba dub dub.